Okay, I think you've had a little too much to drink tonight, okay? So you're going to go to jail for driving under the influence, okay? So go ahead and turn around for me. Yeah. Go ahead and turn around for me.
Wow. I didn't even have that much to drink.
73?
A woman, a red Chevrolet, a trail of damage across an Ohio highway, and a legal argument at the roadside that neither side got entirely right.
Hello. Maybe step out for me? What's going on? Is it in park?
Yeah, it is.
What did you hit?
A curb.
Just a curb?
Yeah. Coming off the freeway over there, I hit a curb.
Where'd you get off the freeway at?
I'm not for sure. I'm coming back from Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm headed to
Yeah, you
Youngstown.
can't drive like that. All right, where are you headed to?
Youngstown.
Youngstown. Okay.
Yeah.
Any reason you got off the highway?
I'm following the GPS. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Driver's license in here? You mind if you grab stuff?
Oh.
Where is it? I'm gonna grab it.
It's in my phone.
It's on your
It's
phone?
in the phone case.
Alright, go ahead, step back there.
Radio 1275.
How much you had to drink tonight?
2 shots.
2 shots. How long ago was that?
About an hour and a half ago.
Okay. Was that in Cleveland where you're coming from? Okay. You know the English alphabet?
English alphabet?
Yeah, just alphabet. All right. Can I have you say it from starting at the letter C as in Charlie and stopping at the letter Q as in Queen? You're going to start at C, say it to Q, and then stop.
C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. You said Q, right?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to show you one thing here. You're going to touch the tip of your finger, the tip of your thumb to the tip of each finger, counting from 1 to 4, and then back down from 4 to 1. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Then you're going to Youngstown, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And where did you exactly hit this curb?
I literally just hit it, like coming off the freeway.
Coming
I
off
don't
the
know
freeway.
where the freeway is. I'm just following my GPS, but I just hit it.
Okay. All right.
Maybe about a mile ago, a half a mile ago.
All right. And you said you're just following the GPS?
Yeah. I don't exactly know where I'm going, but that's what I was following. The GPS.
Okay. All right. So I smell alcohol on your breath. All right. So I'm gonna run you through some tests and make sure you're okay to drive. All right. So just give me 1 minute if you want to talk to this officer.
Rest of me. Yeah, just relax.
All right.
Have you had any head injuries or anything like that in the past?
That in the past, any issues with your vision, anything like that? Okay. If I could just have you face me, you're gonna stand with your feet together, hands down at your sides, just like this. Do you wear contacts or glasses? No? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna check your eyes. You're gonna keep your head still, and you're just gonna look at the tip of this pen. Any issues seeing the tip of that pen? No? Okay. You're gonna follow the movement of the pen with your eyes only. You keep following the pen with your eyes until you're told the test is over. Make sense? Any questions for me?
The stop rests on 2 independent pillars: a corroborated citizen tip and direct officer, observation of speeding. The Supreme Court in Terry v. Ohio established that reasonable suspicion, specific articulable facts, is all that is required. Both pillars are present. The stop is constitutionally sound. The subject then volunteered she had been drinking. The Supreme Court held in Berkemer v. McCarty that roadside questioning during a traffic stop is not custodial interrogation. No Miranda warning required. Every word she said is admissible. The Ohio Supreme Court in State v. Homan held that field sobriety test results are only admissible when administered in strict compliance with NHTSA protocols. The officer's pre-test medical screening, head injuries, vision issues, corrective lenses, satisfies that mandatory threshold. 3 standardized tests follow. HGN, 6 clues, 88% accuracy. Walk and turn, 8 clues, 68%. 1 leg stand, 4 clues, 65%. The officer instructs, demonstrates, and allows a restart, all within NHTSA protocol. The evidentiary foundation holds.
You got a coat or anything in the car? Nothing? Okay.
I'm gonna have you just step over to this white line here. Do you have shoes in the car that you want to put on? Sure you're okay? Alright.
73,000.
I'm gonna have you place your left foot on that white line. And you're gonna place your right foot in front of your left foot with the heel of your right foot against the toe of your left foot. Look just like this. So left foot on the line, right foot in front, heel out loud. Once you start walking, don't stop until you complete the test. You understand all the instructions? Any questions for me? Anything else I can clarify? Okay, go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
1, 2, 3,
Make sure you're watching your feet.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She was chagrined. You were getting off 271 northbound?
Originally, when I was coming, she was moving at a really, really low, she was traveling very, like, on the highway, she was going like 45 miles an hour.
Okay, okay.
And then I watched her go through 3 different lanes of travel without signaling. And then she was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then she went to exit, like she was getting off at
Chagrin. You 271 north, right?
Yes,
Or south?
north.
You were going that way?
Correct.
Yeah. She came
So
up?
she exited like she was going there, and then as she was exiting, she hit that, there was like a road sign or something,
Right.
one of the ODOT signs. She took it right off and then got back on 271
North
north, and then she drove all the way up
to Cedar?
and then
She came Cedar, then
Correct.
all the way over to Richmond and Richmond South?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you can step back over here. We'll get out of the roadway.
Okay, this next one is another balance test, okay? You may have stand with your feet together and your arms down your sides, just like this.
Okay, do not start to perform the test until I tell you to do so. You understand the instructions so far? Yeah, okay. When I tell you to start, you're going to raise either leg of your choosing with the foot approximately 6 inches off the ground, keeping your raised foot parallel to the ground. I'll demonstrate that for you. You must keep both legs straight, arms at your sides. While holding this position, you're going to count out loud in the following manner: 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until told to stop. While you're doing this, you're going to keep your arms at your sides at all times and keep watching your raised foot. You understand the instructions? Okay, give me one. All right, go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005,
Make sure you're watching your foot.
2006, 2007, 2008. Sorry.
Okay, just go ahead and restart.
2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013,
I think you've had a little too much to drink tonight, okay? So you're going to go to jail for driving under the influence, okay? So go ahead and turn around for me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn around for me.
Oh. I didn't even have that much to drink.
73?
Can you run the test again?
No, you.
Because I didn't even have that much to drink.
Yeah, you're gonna have an opportunity to provide a breath sample here once we get back to the station, okay?
Can we do a breath sample here?
No, it has to be done at our station. I'm gonna have you step back to this first car. Do you need anything else?
If she struck the ODOT sign, that's still in our city, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you obviously observed her the whole time since then. Yeah. Were you in the express or local?
I started off, actually started off seeing her all over the road.
Okay.
At the high level bridge.
Okay. Well, you were in local lanes. Does an express like you were in? You weren't
Yes,
in
the local lanes.
Yeah.
Do you need anything out of the car? You got a wallet or phone charger, anything like that? No? Okay. Stand right here. Seat for me.
AAA, yeah.
What's that?
Can I call AAA?
No, we have to tow the car. So it's going to go to our impound.
I don't have time to get it out the impound.
You can't drive it. You got
That's
all
why I'm
the...
asking, can I call AAA?
No, we have to tow it because nobody can get it out of the impound. It's undrivable. It's probably going to be totaled. Alright, so it goes to our police impound.
So after that, I will be able to get it out the impound.
I don't think this car is going to be driving, but yes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, you taking me to jail?
She injured, say she's injured though?
No. She doesn't appear. She had a pole of some sort. Look at the round.
It's gotta be like I'll get you pictures.
Maybe the witness knows. Has English. Here he comes.
Tells 98, right?
Yeah.
This guy. Well, we'll see what. I thought maybe that person was a friend of English driving on that side.
I was like, what?
Is that who his witness was?
No, I think that's the car next to the pump.
Sorry, because it's total. Airbags came out, but I'm asking.
You can get it towed from the impound.
Yes,
Whatever
you
you
can
Told
get it.
from
Yeah.
the impound, but I can't get it towed right now because it's
Building 1
No, because you're under
outside,
arrest.
my partner's on a phone.
But I'm under arrest because of
OVI, operating vehicle under the influence.
Gonna be on the parking lot,
but I
facing
haven't
towards
had that
Zachary
much
near
to
building 1.
Okay. Based on the tests, I don't believe that's true.
Based on the test.
Yeah. You'll have an opportunity to provide a breath sample once we get back to the station.
And then if that comes back clear, then what?
Then we talk about you're still going to be charged with operating under the influence. You're just not
If
going
it
to be
comes
charged
back
with
clear,
Correct.
then how?
All right.
How?
We'll talk about everything when we get back to the station. I have
If,
to read you a
if it
bunch of
comes back
paperwork.
clear, then I can't be charged with the OVI.
That's not correct.
No, that is correct. Because
not correct.
if my breathalyzer comes back clear, then I can't be charged with the OVI because it's not.
Whoever told you that was incorrect. Okay, but I'll go over everything once we get back. You are under arrest, so you're
Yeah,
going to be charged
that
with
part
it.
obviously, but because if the breathalyzer come back clear, I will still be charged.
Yes.
That's
You've
incorrect.
already
That's
been charged with
incorrect.
OVI.
That's
I'm already
incorrect.
charging you right now. Okay, I'll talk to you back when we get back to the station. Okay?
Here is where the encounter gets legally interesting. The subject insists a clean breathalyzer will clear the OVI charge. She is wrong. So is the officer's response. Ohio's OVI statute, revised code 4511.19, creates two independent offenses, per se OVI, a BAC at or above .08, an observed impairment OVI, which requires no chemical result whatsoever. A clean breathalyzer kills the per se count. It leaves the impairment count untouched. The officer had 3 SFSTs, a civilian witness, and documented erratic driving. That is independent probable cause. The officer was substantively correct, but his failure to explain why exposed a communication gap that belongs in training, not on a roadside. On the tow, Ohio law mandates police impoundment for OVI arrests. AAA is not an option. The vehicle's collision damage added a separate unsafe vehicle citation under Ohio Revised Code 4513.02. Both calls were legally correct. The civilian witness independently corroborated every element of the initial report: erratic speed, 3 unsignaled lane changes, the sign strike, the flight. The Supreme Court in Illinois versus Gates established that corroborated citizen detail carries substantial weight in establishing probable cause, and here it anchored the entire chain. BAC came back at approximately 0.13, 62% over the legal limit. Chemistry confirmed what the field tests and the witness already established. Grades: the officer, B+, procedurally clean from stop to arrest. Demerit for failing to accurately explain the dual theory OVI when directly challenged, a moment that required legal clarity, not repetition. The subject, B-, full physical compliance protected her legally and kept the situation from escalating. Demerit for voluntary admissions she had no obligation to make, and for arguing law at a roadside, a fight won only in court. The witness, A, detailed, consistent, corroborated. Exactly what civic engagement looks like. Key take always. First, a clean breathalyzer does not clear an OVI. Revised Code 4511.19 means observed impairment stands on its own. Know the law before you argue it at the scene. Second, traffic stop statements are not protected. You are not in custody. Anything volunteered before arrest goes directly into the evidentiary record. Third, SFST protocol is the difference between admissible evidence and a suppression hearing. This officer knew that. Strict compliance is not optional, it is the job. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.